In the book of Revelation, it talks about the 144,000 virgins that have not been with women as the ones sealed off for God from Israel. And I was thinking about it right now. What does it mean? I always contemplated, well, does it mean children? Obviously, the Lord tells us to procreate and get married. But then again, I thought about something different that the Lord put in front of me. And that is your spiritual virginity. See, when I came to faith, I read Yeshua, I read the Gospels. I was, in my mind, a virgin. I wasn't one of those Plato followers, Socrates, philosophers, all those Eastern religions, myth. I came to the scripture, I read the wisdom of Yeshua, how he talked about the Pharisees, how he rebuked them and the things he taught. And it fell on virgin ears that have not been exposed to any philosophy or religiosity or rabbinical brainwashing, institutionalized religion. And it resonated with me. And I remember reading it and I said, wow, everything he says, I get it. It's like, I know those people. It applies to the same people I know today. And I kept diving in deeper and deeper and deeper. And eventually, of course, Yeshua revealed himself to me. Because when you seek, you find, he's not locked in a book. The book points to him so that you find him, not the book. So many people just have the Bible. They think they know God. You don't. God is not ink on paper. But the paper could point you to him. But I was searching in my soul, in my spirit, and I found him. He revealed himself to me. And now when I'm thinking back of it, that is the point of the virginity. It is a virginity of the mind. And I see that all the time with people on YouTube, all these agnostics and skeptics, and they are so full of philosophy and theology and religiosity that when they come to Yeshua, they're like the woman who already slept with 15 men, and now they find someone who's so, perfect and holy, and to them it's just another piece of flesh. They can't see because they've been so polluted. They've been so, worn out and trampled over. They lost their innocence. They lost their purity. So all of these people, they come, they read the gospel, and they immediately start saying, well, it's like what Plato said. Yeah, he was just a wise rabbi. He's not teaching anything new. Gamaliel said that, and they said, and they start putting him on the same shelf with all the other whatevers. And they're never going to get it because, the other whatevers, they're nothing. They're just empty words. Maybe wisdom. Sure, they had some wisdom. The Lord gives wisdom to a lot of people. The wisdom of the world, not the wisdom of the Lord, but many wise philosophers throughout the ages and religions and all kind of things, right? But point being is when you start off on the wrong foot, when you ring the bell that should have remained unrung, you've already lost your innocence. And by the time you come to the light, you don't even know it's a light anymore. You can't see right. You don't think right. You can't recognize him. And because you don't seek to recognize. Like I said, Yeshua revealed himself to me because I was honestly and sincerely seeking. Mustard seed faith. I didn't fully believe, but I wanted to. And I was doing the due diligence to find out, is he really who he said he was? Obviously, I didn't know. I come from a Jewish secular home. So I did my soul searching. But when you, again, come from something else first, you don't even do the searching because you already dismissed him off the gate as a whatever else, and you've lost that childlike faith. Remember, you tell your children, they'll believe anything you say. sadly enough, you teach them lies about Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy and all of those other whatevers, and they believe it. And by the time they grow up to realize there's no Santa, there's no Tooth Fairy, they dismiss God because you put the Lord on the same shelf with the rest of those myths. And you've ruined them. You've condemned them now. You've damned them. Because now they're not going to believe in God because they put Him on the same shelf with all of your Disney fantasies. Don't you get it? The Lord is looking for a virgin mind, someone who's not yet been polluted, who's not been corrupted. Someone who is sincerely seeking, who has a genuine, simple faith, who just wants to believe, who wants to be righteous, who wants to do what is just and right and get closer to his Maker. And that is what it means to be a virgin, counted in the book of Revelation. So, I don't know who you are, what you've gone through, what you've been through, but if you have children, you better raise them right, for their sake and yours.